Hi, I'm Jillian, and this is the Prospect blog. Well, it's August now, and you know what that means. The CommonApp is out! Which I know for some of us app nerds can be really exciting, but for others this is officially the start of the horrifying, terrifying process that is actually applying to college. The CommonApp got a pretty major renovation this year. I recently looked through it. As I can tell you, as somebody who applied to college in 2010, the new CommonApp is beautiful. It just is streamlined. It looks a lot better. It has a lot more options. They've gotten rid of your activities essay, and now instead of topic of choice, you have to choose one of the 5 preset essays. But one of the things on the CommonApp that's not ready yet is supplements. Each college has a few extra essays that are individual to their school. These supplements are evaluated like any other essay, but they are very important because, obviously, they're the question that the school specifically wants to know about you. Even better, you can tailor-make these to each of the schools you're applying to. While some have been released for months, others aren't even going to come out till later in September. There are a couple of basic types of supplement questions, and I have a little bit of advice for each one. One of the most common ones is, why us? Why us supplements are really nice because it's right out there. But they want to know why you're applying to their school. So do your research, find things that you really like about the school. I very highly recommend going on the school's website and looking at their advertisement materials and seeing the adjectives they use to describe themselves. If a school describes itself as engaged and you are someone who's really active in community service, that's a good reason to show why you fit at the school. Why us is not a big deal. If anything, if you can't answer a why us, don't apply to the school because clearly you're not interested. Just the one thing I will say about a why us to be very careful with is if sometimes you apply to schools that are very similar and you might recycle some of the essays. Double, triple check all of the details if you're going to use it for more than one school. Another type of common supplement essay is what I'll call an attribute essay, where they ask you to tell them a story to explain how you fulfill a certain quality that they're looking for in students. A really common one for this is diversity. The thing about diversity is you might look in the mirror and go, well, I am the least diverse person on earth. With that, don't worry. Diversity doesn't just mean the color of your skin. It means your experiences. It means where you come from. It means diversity of thought. There are a bunch of really different ways to answer this question, so just find something that makes you unique. Schools just want to know that you are going to add something different to their community and that you're going to be vibrant and engaged in what they have to offer. They work really hard to have diverse pools of students, so show that you're going to appreciate that. Another type of really common essay is the role model essay. They'll ask you to describe a figure, a character, anyone who inspires you. The thing about a role model essay is it's really easy to fall into a trap called the grandparent essay, where you write a great essay about your grandparents but don't tell them anything about yourself. With these, choose really wisely. Pick someone who expresses a lot of the qualities you want to show off to the school, and pick someone who you relate to. Make sure that the essay is about you rather than the person in question. One of my very favorite types of supplements is the random question supplement. Don't confuse these with the hard question supplement, which I'm about to get into. A random question supplement is something where they're going to ask what your favorite piece of artwork is, what your favorite TV show is. Make sure that you pick something that says a lot about you. One of UChicago's essays is about humor and comedy this year, and they asked to tell you your favorite joke. If I were to apply to UChicago this year, I would tell this joke. I have a knock-knock joke. I need you to start. Knock knock, who's there? It's not necessarily my favorite joke, but it does say a lot about me. I love comedy, I love doing stand-up, I do improv, I do sketch. Comedy is a really important thing to me. But what I would tell the story about the first time I ever did stand-up comedy. I got up there and realized that even though stand-up seems like a solo thing, comedy to me can't happen in a bubble. It needs to be reacting with people and doing it with people. I love working with people, it's a really important thing to me, and that joke shows off that. Speaking of UChicago, they're a bit famous for having the last type of supplement, which is the stupid hard question. A stupidly hard question is a question they're asking that's vague, it can lend itself to 8 million different things, and they're really just trying to challenge you. The thing about a stupid hard question is that the reason schools ask these is because they want you to put a lot of effort into their essays and they don't want you to take applying to their school lightly. A stupidly hard question is you need to stew on them. Work backwards. Find a quality about yourself that you really like and build your essay around that. One school I applied to asked about a philosophy you developed in your childhood and how it adapted as an adult. While this could be a lot of things, you could write a great essay about women's rights and equality and lots of different things. My plan for that essay was to write about how I learned as a child how to make pancakes with my dad on Saturday mornings, and developed a very, very strong preference that syrup actually ruins pancakes. So it's kind of a silly story, but it does say a lot about me. The thing about just the stupid hard essays is put a lot of effort in. That's why they're that hard. They don't want you recycling essays. Overall in supplements, what I'm going to say is make sure you're giving them just as much time and effort as your CommonApp essay. I know that might seem silly and it might seem like a ton of work, but these supplements matter a lot to the schools. They're really, really important, and you should never waste an opportunity to show the schools something about yourself they don't already know. Happy CommonApp Week and good luck!